So to make this crunchy loop, what I did is I sidechained some white noise. I had to use the amorph for this example because I don't really have a good way to, let's say, dub. There's no real like dub effect that I can think of that works as good as amorph. In other words, you're just trying to sort of texturize something else. And with amorph, you can kind of adjust the sweet spot. So I got one style tone, but there's really, just an infinite variety of tones you can come up with this dub idea. So what I have here is the white noise, and then I have basically the straight kit, and then I have the actual like distortion processed kit. So we have two kinds of distortion at play. We have the white noise, which is basically all frequencies at equal like volume distributions or something, and then we have actual distortions being used to facilitate. What I wanted to do was a sort of retro hi-fi driven too hard sound that I was trying to replicate. And so that's what happened here is we have this sort of very crunchy sound, but it does not fall under distortion or bad distortion. It falls under just crunchy. So here's the actual riff. So there's a huge lag with that because I've got so much processing going on. But this is all from the idea to basically, I just wanted to apply sort of a side chain texture, which is this idea of having a retro ambience that dovetails with the percussion. And so in this way, instead of just like slapping on distortion or slapping on preamps or vinyl effects or whatever. What we're doing here is this sort of buttering in of the tone. So even though you can't really hear reverb ambience, there's actual reverbs at play here, as you can see. And so, but I have it finessed in such a way that you don't really hear it. And this is such an interesting thing because the way that the distortions pick up and the way that the amorph picks up and the way that the ratio tool that I have applied. The ratio tool basically can change the shape of the sound. So let's say I have, like a big, broad, loud reverb. Well, if I dial back the release, it's going to chisel back some of that reverb. So what I was getting at was we're kind of reshaping the ambience and the background to dovetail with the actual drum sound. So anyways, just these basic tracks. So this is obviously like a little drum loop I made playing by hand, and then I have it doubled here because this is the real track unmodified, and this is the super highly affected track, and this is the real crunchy part. Because if we hear this, we can't actually hear this without this right now because of the way I have it set up. But basically, all I'd have to do to show you that is A/B this, but I'm not touching this because it's in my sweet spot. But anyways, as a way to finesse this, I could have gone in here and added additional tweaks of the tone, or I could have gone in here and brought it closer or further away from my A and my B source. And the A and the B source in this instance is the distortion track and the white noise track. White noise is a critical key. It's a gateway to the naughtier effect of the distortion and all that, because it's hitting right up on the cusp of this idea of distortion, but it's not. It's like a pleasant sound if it's finessed properly and dialed in properly, and it's basically adding a bit of a mask. So we have like a white noise mask that's going on, totally inaudible. Where it's audible is you can hear that there's a crunchiness to the drums, but you can't hear the white noise. And the white noise is, you can't hear it because I have all this stuff on top of it. But anyways, the white noise is just your regular old shh noise.